Hi, I'm Sheila Graves, CEO of Simply Violin and a violin dealer for 30 years. In this video, I am going to show you how to tune a violin. So what I've got is a badly out of tune violin, and I've got a chromatic tuner. The one I happen to use is an Intelli brand. This is a combination tuner and metronome. It's probably a little more than you need. Just anything that is a chromatic tuner will work on the same principle. So, as we can see on the violin, the D string is completely down. I opened the case and the string isn't broken, but what has happened is the peg, which is only held in by friction, has let go. What has happened is we're starting to get a little drier and cooler weather, so the humidity is dropping, and so the peg shrinks, it lets go, and it's not uncommon to find a string that has come loose. So what we need to do first is just tighten the string back up, and what I'm doing is I'm turning the peg away from me to bring it to more tension. And as I start to tighten the peg, it's important, because they are only held in by friction, to push the peg in while you're turning. Because if you don't have it pushed all the way in, as you can see, it will just relax and let go. So make sure that the string is aligned in the nut and in the notch in the bridge, and start turning away from you. And now we've got some tension back on the string. So the next step will be to tune the violin. So I'm going to turn on my tuner here. And this tuner registers pitch. It hears my voice right now. It's got a needle on it. The needle, if it's to the left side of the zero, means that the pitch is flat. If it's to the right side, it means that the pitch is sharp. And this one also has a little LED light on the top. When it's red, it means the pitch is sharp. When it's yellow, the pitch is flat. And when it turns green, that means that the note is in tune. Now, the tricky thing about a lot of chromatic tuners is that they tell you what note they're hearing, but they don't always tell you what octave it's in. So that is where the skill comes in, is to make sure that you're in the right octave. I'm going to start on the violin. I'm going to start by tuning the A string. And if the pitch is not off by very much, I can just use the fine tuners here. These are called fine tuners, and they're there for making fine or small adjustments to pitch. You turn them clockwise to the right to raise the pitch, or counterclockwise to the left to lower the pitch, and you just use these for making fine adjustments to the string and to the pitch. And then the pegs up here are used for making large adjustments. So we're going to start with the A string. And this is saying that it's hearing an A, but as you can see, the needle is all the way over here. That tells me that the string is flat. And it's not flat by very much. So what I need to do is make sure I get the needle up to 0. I'm going to do that by adjusting the fine tuner here. I'm turning it to the right or clockwise. And I'm plucking while I'm doing this. And as you see, I've gotten the A in tune. The next step will be to tune the D string. And that's showing it's a B. So we need to bring this one up, and this is going to be a larger adjustment. So I'm going to use the peg, and I'm going to pluck while I'm turning it. And you want to be careful not to over tighten, because you can break a string that way. Okay, we're at a D, sort of. but notice that the needle is to the left of the 0, so we're still flat. I'm going to make now a finer adjustment to that by turning the D string fine tuner to the right clockwise to raise the pitch. Notice how I'm turning clockwise and the pitch is coming up. Now if you're uncertain about which way to go, just start turning the fine tuner one way or another and see which way it's registering on the tuner here. The next step will be to tune the G string. And according to our needle here, the G is quite sharp. So what I want to do there is I want to use the fine tuner. I'm going to turn it to the left so that I can bring the needle back down to 0 and bring that G down to pitch. There we go. And then the last string I'm going to tune is the E string. So I'll pluck it here. Okay, it's telling me that I'm at a D, which is actually a whole step below where we need to be. So I'm going to have to make a bigger adjustment. And the E string is so thin, it's so easy to break. You want to really be careful not to over tighten it. So I'm at an E. I'm going to go just a little bit below it. Okay, we're at a D sharp. Now I'm going to use the fine tuner here. And I'm going to start turning to the right or clockwise because we've got to bring this pitch all the way from a D sharp up to an E. There, we're getting in the ballpark. Okay, a little sharp. So I turn to the left to back that off. And there we've got the E in tune. Now because the violin has been through several adjustments, I'm going to go back and check one more time all 4 strings. I'm going to pluck the G string. That's in tune. Then the D. A little flat, so we'll turn the fine tuner to the right. One more time. Okay, and then the A. And then the E. A little bit flat. And there you have it.